Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19, and welcome to our second episode. We're going to do a series. This is The Valley, the Old Farm. Thank you for the great response to the first video. Looks like, sounds like, seems like something you want to see more of, and I definitely want to do more of it as well. So we are down at, let's get this turned back on. We are down at the timber area, which is like, I don't know, that's probably 10% of the map right in there. We're going to buy this area right here. It's 260. We have 295, and we now own that. Done. I haven't taken a loan out yet. I did sell all the equipment that the map came with, and this is all that we own right now. This tractor is all that we own. This trailer and dolly, that's leased, and this timber harvester, that is leased as well. So I've got some new goals for this map. Let's get rolling, and then when we get over there, we'll talk about what I think we want to do with this map. Right. And I've never used this before, but I have used the other timber harvesters, and I imagine the controls are all the same, and it's going to be similar. I don't know, other than being smaller and less expensive, I don't know if there are any disadvantages to this smaller piece. So I did on the Giants Mod Hub, and also on LS Mod Company, I've downloaded everything that I can find related to Global Company that is made by a reputable modder. So I saw, well, LS Mod Company, of course, I trust them. And there's another company, Agraz, I want to say A-G-R-A-Z. I say company, it's a modder. But are we going the right way? Yeah, we are. We want to get over here. They've got some really cool add-ons for Global Company. In fact, I'll show them to you right here. Before we get started harvesting timber, I'll show you what we're going to be able to do with this map. Now, if you already know Global Company, this is no big deal to you. But this is the first time I've used Global Company, so it's kind of a big deal to me. So if we go here, and then here, yeah, A-G-R-A-Z. So if we go here, look at all this stuff, man. There's so many mods. So many placeables. I do not want to fall down the rabbit hole of just buying placeables to make other placeables usable, which then requires other placeables, and we end up running ourselves ragged. But I do like the idea of adding some industry to the map and adding some complexity to it. So I'm okay with it. I'm down. And we'll see how it all turns out. Now this is... We're going back this way. We want to go straight off the end of, is it that way? There it is right there. Yeah, we want to go straight into the forest. I saw those structures over there that we were heading toward and didn't know if those were decorative static or if those are active. I think other than the items that are tagged with an active icon in the HUD or in the map, pretty sure all that stuff is static. So yeah, I saw a lot of interesting things, and the reason I had to go back and look in the Mod Hub and also look on LS Mod Company is there are a lot of these placeables, of course, are contingent on other placeables. So if you want to make this product, if you want to make this item, it requires these items, and if you want to make those items, it requires this placeable, and so on. I want to use that, but as I said, I don't want to fall down a rabbit hole. So we will judiciously apply placeables. I also want to be very careful in the little parking lot that we started in, and I think we're just about ready to get going here. And one thing I do want to do, cut length, the left button Y. That's my left button. Left button Y. Left button Y. I want to change our length. Is it here? No, cut length Y. There we go, 3, 4. 6 is the longest we can go. I think the other can go to 8 meters. I could be wrong about that. So, what was I complaining about? I don't remember. Something, Global Company. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I just want to be mindful of our goals and that we don't go completely, you know what I mean? Over the edge. All right, I'm concentrating. That's why I'm pausing so much. All right, so if we go right here, and that's it, and then this thing will gradually fall and crush our harvester. Let's see if we can. There we go. Beautiful. One of my goals is to, let me see, and then we're going to, there we are. One of my goals is to never go into debt. That's something we do a lot of. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool to, moment, hang on. Wouldn't it be cool to never go into debt? So that is, I think, going to be how we play this. Let's get this timber harvested. If I can get us up to 1 million, and depending on what we get for these trees, I do have the economy on hard, but depending on what we get for these trees, both here and off camera, if we can, if we can get €1,000,000, right, and never have to worry about money, I think it's going to make using those placeables a lot more, not fun, but it'll give us a lot more options as far as what placeables we can use and what direction we want to go in. I don't know. We're having really good luck with pigs on Western Shore, so I don't know if pigs, I don't know if that's something we want to bring to this map or not, or if we want to keep it cattle. We can go beef, we can go dairy, a lot of different options. But the main thing is I don't want to start us off in crippling debt like I always do. So as it is right now, we actually have money in the bank. And once we sell these trees, we'll have even more. I don't know, until we begin selling, I don't know what this economy is going to look like. Because I know every geomod has different pricing, does it not? Yeah, the map maker or whoever creates the geomod can set it up so prices are whatever they want them to be. Now these lengths are a little bit shorter. I have to think that's the disadvantage of the smaller timber harvester, is that you can't get those 8-meter lengths. But 6 is still decent. I'll take it. And this area is massive. I do want to try to harvest more toward the center, like I said last episode, so as we're driving around, we're not seeing this big, blown out, clear-cut eyesore. But we'll do what we can. And what else? Oh, I also noticed it is cloudy, but I also noticed the lighting, compared to Western Shore at least, seems kind of dead. And I don't know if that comes down to filters. I don't know if that is just 19 and the fact that the lighting and graphics are slightly different. But we'll have to see what it looks like when the sun comes out, because as it stands right now, it's a little bland. Doesn't have the same pop as 17. Right, so we get right in here. And I do have a stump grinder that I prefer. It is a mod, and it fits to a wheel loader, but I find it to be the fastest and the easiest stump grinder to use. I don't have it leased right now. I want to wait till we get all these trees down and sold. Not all of them, not the entire forest, but the part that we're going to do phase 1 to get us up to €1,000,000. And then I'll come back in and level off all these stumps. And what we do with this area afterwards, I would like to see a way to reforest. And even if the growth is very slow, I would like to see a way to essentially assign every stump to be a new seedling. Even if you have to pay a fee to do it, or if there's a time penalty. You know what I mean? It doesn't just happen instantly. You select an area on the map and say, all stumps in this area are now seedlings, and it takes them, with seasons, maybe 2 or 3 years to grow, or however it works out. But I would like to see a way to make a forest back into a forest. Not necessarily for money or profit, just to restore that look to the map. Make it beautiful again. All right. So we'll get back up here. And we'll do, where are we at on time? We're at 10 minutes. We'll do maybe 2 or 3 more trees. And I think that will be enough to go get our flatbed, our timber flatbed. Now, I am going to use auto load, at least for trees. I don't use it for a lot of stuff, but I do use it for timber. And my feelings on that are, until Giants has a better physics and materials handling system, from time to time I will need to use auto load, just because it doesn't always work. I mean, when 19 first came out, there was a bale trailer. Sounds like the beginning of a campfire story. There was a bale trailer. Yeah, there was a bale trailer, and it was entirely base game. No mods whatsoever. You could be running vanilla on vanilla with vanilla and a side of vanilla. No mods at all. And if you put bales on that trailer and tried to close it, it would gradually begin to vibrate and then catapult the bales off into the atmosphere. And I figure that is, we can go ahead and say that that is on Giants. When it occurs in a save game with 0 mods, a save game that has never had any mods, we can go ahead and say that Giants hasn't sorted out bale physics and bale handling yet. It's not the end of the world. It's not a deal breaker. It's just a fact. So until they get log handling sorted out, I will use autoload for logs. It just it's not really a question of time or, I mean, I'm not the best with any of the front loader or wheel loader tools, that sort of thing. I'm not the best, and I will certainly admit that. But this is not a question of, oh, I can't do it or I can't do it well. It's more of a hybrid of I don't like doing it, and some of the materials handling physics are a little off. Put those two together and it's just no fun. So for logs at least, we will autoload. All right, and I think this is about enough. Yeah, we'll do one more and then we'll hop down and get in our... There we are. Hop down, get in our little Valtra, and get this going. Oh, there's something else. I saw in a comment, I was chatting with somebody about horsepower for this map. What kind of horsepower do we want to do? I think it's a bigger map, and I think we are going to be slightly more industrial, slightly more German. So maybe 250? What do you think? I think 250 will be about right, sir. Stop right there. I think 250 will be about right. And I think, yeah, we'll let that thing run because it has been working. I think, yeah, that's not bad. Not bad for our first 12 minutes of forestry. I think 250 on the high side is going to be okay. The only problem is the straw harvest add-on. I know in 17, the horsepower requirements were, they seemed unbalanced. It seemed like they were just not at all realistic. I remember on PGR Bruzda, I had the pellet maker going, which I want to say draws like 350. I had it on a 500 horsepower tractor, and the fastest that we could go at any time was 1 kilometer per hour. And it was PGR Bruzda, so the rows were a quarter of a mile long at 1 mile per hour. And of course, they're slightly curving, slightly off angle, so it's not even something that you can automate and just have Courseplay do it. So I would like to use straw harvest add-on as long as the horsepower requirements are not like completely, you know what I'm saying? And we want this, and we want this. Start autoload wood. And it is going to be B. Okay. Hide loading position. Don't need that. All right. We are in gear. Here we go. Golly, this is a very long trailer for those 6-meter lengths. We'll know for next time. I knew there was some difference. In fact, let me pull up here and see if it even indicates it. And while we're doing that, I can show you some of those. I already showed them to you. Those add-ons for global companies. So if we go here, forestry machines. Does not say. Does not say. It says very large trees cannot be processed. I don't know if that means length or girth. But I know this thing. I mean, what's the difference in leasing price? We paid $14,000 to lease this. $22,000. Not really. I mean, I suppose it would be possible to calculate the delta and figure out if we're getting if the branches are, or the lengths are what is that, 25% shorter? Are we making 25% less money? And if so, what does that 25% total up to? This way? Yeah, this way. What does that 25% work out to over the breadth of a forest? So what I may do off camera, depending on how much money we start getting straight away, what I may do off camera is trade that thing in and get the bigger one So we do go with the 8-meter lengths. Oh, Valtra. Oh, Valtra. Come on. Oh. Golly. And what is this thing? 200 horsepower? Moment, please. Garage. 201. This doesn't seem to be related to horsepower. This seems more like a thing. What is happening here? All right, that's a little better. That's a little better. Okay, to load timber, B. And switch auto load to right. Like so. Start auto load wood. All right. Let's see how these look on here. They're going to look a little bit silly, but you know what? Do what you got to do. All right. Doesn't like that one. Come back for it. Nope. Got it. Something I do like about this auto load script is it doesn't... A lot of auto loads will make the cargo essentially part of the model. It has no weight, it has no mass. It just sort of becomes part of the texture almost. I feel like we can't get around that stump from that angle. Let's come at it from the other side. This one, the logs do stay sort of loose. It just drops them in the hopper, essentially. But you're still dealing with the weight, and they still move around. I like that. I do use auto load sometimes, but I'm not always looking for an out. Sometimes I'm looking for, I don't know. It's hard to describe what I'm looking for. All right, so we got one hitchhiker, one runaway there. Watch yourself, sir. And we'll go just to the top of the stakes. I think that's reasonable. Yep, let those fall down. Let's call it right there. All right, so now we're going to turn around and head, sir. And we're going to turn around and head back to the sawmill and get these sold. This represents about, what is that, probably 5 or 6 trees, give or take. This will give us some estimate. I mean, we could get anywhere from, let me just confirm I do have hard pricing on. Moment. Is it here? Is it here? Economy, difficulty, hard. That's what we're after. Okay, let's go find our sell point for these. Where are we at on time? 18 minutes? Yeah, I think that's a good second episode. That's a good place to start. I will continue working here. I don't know if I'll get to 1 million. Wow, that crown is crazy. It feels almost like there's an untextured collision under this trailer, and it just high centers every time we come across there. Did we just... oh, that's wood chips. Okay. So where do we sell timber? Right there, maybe? I think I see an icon. Pull over here and see what we got. Yep, could be. So if we park that right there, confirm what this is, sell wood. Did it sell the entire trailer? It did. Okay, so we got 13,000 for 6 trees. So we're getting about 2,000 per tree. I mean, that's not great, but we just paid for the leasing on the little timber harvester. And when we sell the next load we bring down, that will cover the cost of the trailer and the dolly. And we would need to bring 20 loads down to cover the cost of the land at 260. So yeah, I think I can bring down 20 of these off camera. Next episode we'll be back on, I want to say 411. I think that was the number from the first episode. After we bought the tractor, no, 311. 311. We were at 466 when we sold everything. And the tractor was 150, so 311,000 puts us back where we were last episode. Okay, so let's, just as a round number, and because I don't want to I don't want to harvest timber till the heat death of the universe. Let's get back to 311 before next episode. And then next episode, we'll start exploring a little bit more and see what we want to do as far as our first placeables and what kind of animals we want to start with. Cool. Let's go back over this crown here and see what the dysfunction is. Sir, what happens right here? Yeah, that's very weird. Whoa. Drifting. All right, we got it. Cool. So we'll pull up right here. Where's the sun? Oh, that's beautiful. The sun's on the correct side. I hate when I trip over words. Do not like it. All right, so we're going to stop right there. We're going to zoom in. And we're going to call it. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of a Farming Simulator 19. This is The Valley, the Old Farm. See you next time. Take care now.